choke up a little bit and really limit your movements, lower body, keep your head down. There's a few things that really cause a back chip, and that's mostly too much upper body or lower body movement. And if you can keep your head down with choke up a little bit, I think you'll be much
All
more
right.
successful.
They used to also say keep your weight on your left foot. You think that is that something to be thinking about or not really?
Yeah, I would say neutral.
Neutral?
I'm all about trying to basically have my balance when it comes to like the short shots. With a full shot, you want to get some shoulder turn, your weight to your right side. But with a short shot, it's just like putting. If you can limit the movements, you're probably going to be more successful. So if
Yep.
you
Shorter range of motions, easier to
if you
control.
can keep it basically just your arms and your head down a little bit, you're going to be a lot more successful. I always try to focus on one dimple on the ball. I know some people are like can't quite comprehend it, but if you keep your head down throughout the shot, because the ball, especially with the short shots, the ball is not going to go taking off. It's not going to, you're going to see it when you chip it. So I always basically take an extra second, especially on my short shots. I'm going to distribute my weight to both sides, my weight on both sides of my body, a little bit of knee bend, and from this point, I basically call it my extended putter stroke. So I'm just going to choke up a little bit and really, really, really keep my lower body steady, press my hands forward a little bit, and just let the club do where...
Putting stroke.
Yeah, I really don't move anything.
Yeah,
but
I got it. I like it.
I think a lot of people just struggle with chipping, one, because it's a mental thing, but two, because they take their head off it. If you take that extra second just to keep your head down, and I've heard many people, tell people to do it, but that's one of my biggest things is just if you have the right form, which I can tell you do, you kind of press your hands forward a little bit, I like it, but just the last second, keep your head down.
All right.
Let that left hand lead, if that makes sense.
Thanks, Jeffrey. These other people probably want a chance with you, too.
Perfect. Yeah, let the left hand lead. Keep your head down. And especially on the tight lies.
All right, if I win the club championship, you'll get, like, coaching credit.
Perfect.
Thanks.
How are you?
Well, I think I've almost had the same luck
What's
as
going
the
on?
pitching wedge, but I don't know how to
What do you got in your hand?
8.
8?
No, now I have a pitching.
Pitching wedge. Okay. Fine. So let's go ahead and maybe chip a couple, and then
Which one do you want me to go to?
you tell me.
All right, let me try the last one.
All right. A little bit longer shot.
That was pretty good.
I don't know if you need to be here
Oh, yeah.
for your skills.
My skills. Have you seen my handicap? Go up, 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 up.
Go ahead and chip one more, and then I'll see if I can.
Well, I'd like you to watch me with the 8 also. I used to use an 8 a lot, but
It's pretty good there. If you want to grab your 8, you can.
okay. Well, that was good.
So for me, I think chipping is one of those things where confidence is key. If you see some of the best players in the world, the Tigers, everybody who goes through a point in their life where they really struggle, it's most likely confidence. And I think that the best form in the world really can't go very far unless you have the confidence in yourself to pick the right club, choose the right shot. A lot of it for me, when I'm out there, I've basically limited myself to a few different shots in the bag when it comes to chipping and, pitching. I always try to keep it a little lower. I actually like to spin the ball, but if you can keep your head down and lead with the left hand, I think that's crucial. If you were just to chip, I think this is a good drill. If you were just to chip with your left hand on the club, you're gonna be able to do it. You might not be as consistent as having a guide hand, but it's just like a free throw. If you're a right-handed basketball player and you shoot with your right hand, you're going to be able to do it without the guide hand there. So I always try to, when I'm warming up on the chipping green, if I'm going to take a few chips, I try to just basically let the, get my grip that I, normally have with my left hand, and try to keep it, down and through, left hand low, left hand pressed forward. It's one of those things where it's really crucial to keep your left hand, especially you, Miss Shulman. I think when you start to get flippy, if you start to get your wrist involved, you're gonna struggle. So I always try to keep my left hand pressed forward a little bit and very steady. That's an 8-iron.
Yeah.
Pretty good there.
Might be too much.
Yeah, so I would say the only thing I can specifically notice is try to move the ball a little bit back in your stance. So if you're gonna line, yeah, there you go. If you're gonna line the ball up, it should be
With my right foot?
Yep.
Oh.
Right off your right
Oh.
foot, back heel. Try to, I know, yeah, that was,
Yeah.
really good contact. I know, because you have, specifically, you broke your left arm, right?
Uh-huh.
When you were young?
Couple of times.
Yeah, so try to, that's really good. And for you, I would say, if you can,
Look at that.
I don't want to beat a dead horse because you're obviously really good, but I would say back foot and try to keep your hands a little bit ahead of the golf ball. So if I were to
Yeah.
press you forward a little bit, see how I've decreased the loft?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so try to really, yeah, and that was just, you had the club face, actually, that's where you were aiming, so.
Now what am I hitting? This is the 8. So would you suggest I use an 8 more than a pitching wedge?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially for a shot like this.
Uh-huh.
We're just,
Well, what about a little shot?
for a little shot,
You know, if it's-
even this shot, I'd say try to bump an 8 up there. But if you really want to get some, loft on a shot,